Hey everybody, this is Anthony from Into the Darkroom, and this video is going to cover the Cordelia Design tab. So I'm going to go into the ITDR admin so I can edit the design options. And when I get to the back end here, I'm in the design tab already. I'm in this design section, and if you want to change that, you just use this drop down. And then you're going to see that I have a bunch of settings here. So I'm going to give you the broad strokes here, so it gives you a jump start on branding your blog. So the first option here is the blog width, and that blog width is going to be this body here, how wide this white body is, and so you can change that. So you can make it more of a thinner blog, you can make it a wider blog. We have ours set to 960 pixels. The body background color is going to be this white right here, so it's everything that the text and the blog posts and all your copy and everything lands on. So that's the body background color. And then you have the pattern color, which is going to be all these little patterns right here that we have added in there. If you wanted to get rid of those, a little trick is just to turn those to the same color as the background color, and they'll blend right into the background body. And then you have the navigation hover background color. So when I hover over a navigation item, it's going to give me that color. And then you have the navigation hover text. Notice that my text changes from that black to white, and that's the white color right here. So that's the hover text color. And then you have the navigation link padding. This number here is going to be the space between each item. So between Instagram and short codes, it's that space in between there. So if you want that to get wider or shorter, you'll change this number right here. And then you have the sub-navigation background color. So you'll see that when the drop down comes down, that sub-navigation has that background color right here. Then we have the social icon color. So if you scroll to the bottom of your page right here, you have all your social buttons right there. So you can change that color. And then you have your border color right here. And that is going to change items like this little 1 pixel graphic line around there. So you can change that color as well. And then we have a couple options for the contact page. So I'm going to go over to the contact page. And if you use a sidebar on the contact page, you can set the width here. You can set the form field background color, which is this white here in the form, and then the form field border color, which is the border line that wraps around that field. So you can change those colors right there. And to change any of the colors, all you have to do is either just type in the hex code or just go ahead and use the color picker. And then when you're done, when you selected your color, just go ahead and click save. So now that we have that done, let's go ahead and go over to the logo tab. So in the logo tab, you'll see that we actually have the word Cordelia written out here. If you just want to type in a logo because you don't have a graphic ready, you don't have a JPEG or a PNG, maybe you're having your logo redesigned and you just want to type in your studio name, you can go ahead and do that. And then it'll go ahead and type out right here. And then you can change the color of that text, and you can change the size of that text. So you can adjust the font size and color. If you want to change that font, you can go ahead and just upload a font right into here. You have to do it in a very specific way, and I cover that in additional documentation. So I'm not going to cover that right here. But if you wanted to change that font, you could do that. If you have a graphic logo and you want to upload a JPEG or a PNG, then you just go ahead and come up to this logo image and click upload new, and you can upload your JPEG or PNG right into that space. So that's the logo. There is a design option on the home page where it's the Instagram background color, and if you scroll down here and you roll over, it's that color right there. So if you want to change that color, that option is right here. And then we have some blog options, which the spacing between the blog posts is the spacing between the images. So if we actually go to the blog and we take a look at the images, it's going to be the images that have the space between each image. So let's go ahead and go into a blog post, and it's this space right here. So if you want to make that taller, the number goes higher. If you want to make that smaller, the number goes smaller. So you can adjust that right there. And then the fonts tab I'm not going to cover because, again, I cover how to upload fonts and change your fonts in other documentation. And then I'm just going to go ahead and skip right over to the background. So when we're looking at the background, I'm going to go ahead and expand this a little bit so we can see a little bit more. You can see that we have a background graphic that is uploaded right here. So use the default background, you click true. If you don't want to use the background, you can go ahead and click false here, and then you'll go ahead and save it, and you'll see that it'll take out that background and you can just have a color back there. Right now we have white as the top and white as the bottom. And the reason that we have two colors is so that you can create a gradient. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to yellow and click save, and you'll see that it blends the top white into the bottom yellow. So if you want to do some sort of gradient, you absolutely can do that. If you wanted to upload your own background, you would go ahead and do that right here. You would click upload new and upload it. And if you upload like a 1600 by 1200 image, you can fill frame, you can tile, you can tile horizontally, and so on. So you have some options there. I'm going to go ahead and set this back to true and click save, and you'll see that it puts our pattern back in there. And those are your design options for your Cordelia blog. I hope that was helpful, and I hope it gives you a jump start into branding your template. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put in a support ticket. There's a support button at the top of our website, and I'm glad you watched. Thanks so much.